What are these timestamps? Your gains will be drug dependent. I don't know how he figures that. Aggressate medendo. I don't know what the fuck that is. Don't cut off your balls to spite your dick. I don't know what the fuck that means. TRT is not healthy. Yes, it is. Imagine depending on a needle. Imagine depending on all sorts of things. Imagine depending on, like, there's so many things you depend on. You depend on electricity, you depend on the government and all these regulatory agencies to control energy, the water you get, the food supply. There's an extremely complicated worldwide network of trade that you rely on for literally everyday products that are necessary. We rely on modern medicine. If you ever get an infection, well, you got to go to the hospital and you got to get like prescribed. You rely on all sorts of things. What is the issue with relying on testosterone? Like, it's just stupid. Everything he says is fucking stupid. 1742.
Point number 4. It will damage your health even if it's just in a normal range, right?
That is not true. There's no evidence to support that. Men on testosterone replacement therapy live longer than men not on testosterone replacement therapy.
Big thing, I know some people don't agree with that. It's an exogenous hormone. It's coming from outside of the body.
That does not make it unhealthy. Show the research.
Does not have the property to exactly replicate what your normal production would be.
It doesn't have to. The claim you're making is that it's unhealthy, so you're going to have to show research from randomized trials.
And even though it's supposed to be in the normal range, it's still going to create damage. It will.
No.
It's unavoidable.
So again, testosterone is cardioprotective. Men on testosterone replacement therapy, they have less heart attacks, better arterial function. They have estrogen levels that are in a healthier range that help protect their arteries. You can just look at all-cause mortality. All-cause mortality is lower in men taking TRT.
Because your body didn't produce it. So be extremely careful with that. People who tell you that TRT is healthy, they're lying.
Yeah, well, randomized trials don't lie, so show results from RCTs or prospective cohorts.
Buy into that. It's not healthy. If it was healthy, you would need to inject it. Being healthy means you don't need.
If it's healthy, it means you don't inject it. Okay, I was on IV antibiotics for 3 months because I had an E. coli infection in my knee that almost required amputation. Should I have just gotten my leg amputated? Should I have died of sepsis? Because I had to inject something that was exogenous. Should I have lost my leg, or should I have just let myself die? Because, oh, well, antibiotics aren't natural. Your body doesn't naturally produce it.
Need those things coming from the outside. The fact that you're on TRT already shows that there is an issue to fix.
There's just a naturalistic fallacy.
But this is not the way to fix it at all. This is a camouflage. And what I mean by that is, and that's my entire point also.
What do you mean this isn't the way to fix it? By the way, there are men who have had their testicles blown off in war. You can find people who've gotten hit by IED explosives or have literally gotten shot in the groin and they lost both their testicles. There are people who've suffered cancer and they had to have a double orchiectomy, like Furious Pete. How do you fix that? You don't have testicles anymore. This is fucking retarded.
Also, the reason why you're low T is because your environment is toxic. Your environment is...
No, you may have low T. First of all, you may have low T just due to bad genetics. You may have low T because there's literal damage to your testicles somehow. It has nothing to do with the environment. There are people who've suffered traumatic injury where they've been hit in the nuts really hard. I mentioned literally losing your testicles either from accident or injury or from like testicles needing to be removed due to cancer. There's some like things that can happen in childhood where your testicles don't descend properly and they end up getting damaged. That happened to that man medicine guy, and he needed testosterone replacement therapy because of it. So no, you don't just have low testosterone due to toxic environment. He has no fucking clue what he's talking about.
Is preventing your body from reaching its full potential. But instead of fixing the environment, what do? You just mask it. You just inject drugs. You just say, you know what, buddy, if you're not going to produce the test that I want, I'm just going to inject it. So screw you. And then...
Like, by the way, this is a topic that a lot of dumbasses don't understand. It is far easier to take a drug than to like optimize your sleep, optimize your diet, optimize your training. Like, people live in the real fucking world where you may be a shift worker where every other fucking day your like work schedule is completely different and you have to readjust your fucking sleep. Like, you may be a truck driver, you might be a police officer, like they do shift work and their schedules change sometimes on a daily fucking basis. How are you going to optimize your sleep in a situation like that? You may have an extremely stressful job. Like police officers, like, you know, you may have to shoot and kill somebody, and that might like psychologically affect you for the rest of your fucking life, and you're constantly stressed out, and you might have like maybe even low level symptoms of PTSD that are fucking you up. Like, how are you going to just fix that? Like, you can't. This guy is saying it's better to like invest a ridiculous amount of time, money, and energy trying to solve an issue like that versus just taking a drug. Why wouldn't you just take the drug? It's so much simpler and fucking easier. So it's an issue of adherence. If you're recommending a protocol that somebody cannot adhere to, then what use is that protocol? It might work, but if somebody doesn't adhere to it, what's the fucking point? It's like the people who are against GLP-1 agonist drugs. Like, oh, well, all you need to do is stick to a diet. Well, okay, great. You solved obesity. Eat less. Oh, well, people aren't gonna just fucking eat less, are they? So that's why the fucking drugs are made. It's so stupid.
What's going to happen? Are you going to fix your ways? Once you have your high T...
Yeah, this guy's a dumb fuck. Like, natural hypertrophy is just out of this world fucking stupid. I can't stand that guy. Thanks for the donation, Trent.
Then why didn't you say...
Natty Cope destroyed her $92. That is by far the worst video on TRT I've ever seen. It might even be worse than the Bioneer steroids don't make you stronger. Hopefully Alex can set up a debate between the two of you since he's cool with you both. NH has spewed so much garbage, it's nuts. He's a fucking retard. I don't think NH is ever going to agree to do it, but I'll see. Thanks for the donation, Natty Cope Destroyer.